colleague harassed the boss and got fired, but walked away with a $500,000 compensation. When I heard that, I was tempted. I decided to give it a try. Every morning, I brought breakfast for the boss. I deliberately wore matching outfits, coordinating colors perfectly. I'd call him honey or darling every chance I got, flirting shamelessly. A week passed, and the boss started looking at me with increasingly strange eyes, but he didn't fire me. I was confused, unsure what was going on, until I accidentally saw his search history. A beautiful subordinate is flirting with me. Should I say yes? She said she wants to kiss me because my lips look inviting. Should I agree? She said she wants to sleep with me. Is she joking? If I agree, is that okay? While I was slacking off on my phone, my coworker whispered to me, "Hey, I heard someone at the company got fired for harassing the boss." I wondered who to feel sorry for. Because my boss is top tier, rich family, brilliant education, and drop-dead gorgeous. Then my coworker added, and they got $500,000 in compensation. My eyes lit up instantly. Worth a shot. But maybe I should pity myself instead. While taking a paid bathroom break, I stumbled upon the culprit. How did I know it was her? I overheard her on the phone. I only asked for $200,000 at first, but he threw in another $300. Once I spend it, I'll go after Shen Qingyu. Now he's so scared of me, he agrees to everything, and even asked if I wanted a car. My eyes sparkled like headlights. Deciding was the hard part, not the action. Luckily, I had a shortcut others didn't. I had Shen Qingyu's personal WeChat. How did I get it? Let's not go there. While waiting for the elevator, I messaged him. "Director Shen, my cat can do a backflip. Want to see?" He was typing. I grinned, eagerly awaiting a reply. "Got a lot of free time?" "Work overtime tonight." I froze. No more smiling. I panicked and tried to unsend the message, but before I could, too late, his cold reply popped up. I turned off my phone, staring out the window, letting out a regretful sigh. If I hadn't stirred trouble, I wouldn't be doomed. A gust of wind blew sand into my eyes. Just then, the elevator doors opened. Rubbing my eyes, I stepped in, holding a milk tea, and asked the person next to me, "Could you press floor 7 for me?" "Thanks." That stubborn sand made my eyes water. The person hesitated for a second, then pressed the button for me. The elevator was empty. After a long pause, he spoke slowly. "I won't make you work overtime. Stop crying." That voice, I squinted up. It was Shen Qingyu's back. Broad shoulders, narrow waist, straight posture, and a neckline so pale it almost glowed. Even his hair exuded an aura of nobility, untouchable by ordinary people. Amazing. If we weren't in an elevator, I'd have secretly snapped a photo. Shen Qingyu was the new high-ranking executive who joined at the start of the year. The moment I saw him, I immediately ditched any thoughts of quitting. After all, a job where I could slack off, enjoy weekends, start at 10 a.m., and leave at 5 p.m., that's hard to come by. Reason and desire clashed fiercely in my mind, and I was reckless. "So, what about coming to my place to see the cat?" Shen Qingyu tilted his head, his voice icy. "Don't even think about it." But he was wrong. I didn't just think about it. I imagined every version. Last time in the bathroom, I added a senior colleague on WeChat. To break the ice, I said, "Your golden retriever in that photo is so cute," but it looked familiar. Shen Qingyu's profile picture was also a golden. Turns out, even dogs can meet each other. I probed further. "Sis, how did you get Director Shen to give in?" She replied casually. "Simple. Just show up in front of him when you can. Annoy him enough that he can't fire you. What if he gets mad?" "He wouldn't dare. I've got leverage on him." "Wow, she's a legend." "And me? Wah, I went the wrong way. He's the one holding leverage over me." That night, I sent Shen Qingyu a voice message. "Bro, I'm confused about a part of the plan. Can I trouble you a bit?" I replayed it a few times. My voice was soft and sweet. It made me cringe. Even I wanted to scold myself. "You damn green tea." I waited until midnight. No reply. I lost patience. "Here's the deal, my love. I've got intentions toward you. Lately, I can't control myself. Hearing about you the other day made me jealous. You should treat me fairly. No offense, but if you don't agree, I'll bug you every day. So you know what to do with me, right?" I almost added, "Hurry up and give me 500,000. At 8 a.m. sharp, he replied, "Come to the office." He quoted the part about work. The flirty messages after? Ignored completely. As if they never existed. Cold as the Antarctic. Men, huh? You're no ordinary guy. Fine, I was just teasing, not planning to actually work. That's a different price. On my way to the office, I timed it perfectly and called him. Darling, my car got a flat tire. Can you... He was silent for 3 seconds, then calmly said, Okay. I was thrilled inside. His place was a bit farther than mine, so he'd pass by here anyway. Once I got in his car, I'd flirt and tease him until he blushed. Tomorrow, he'd surely transfer the money and kick me out. I stood by the road, just grinning like an idiot. 10 minutes later, I realized I was the real idiot. Shen Qingyu called a tow truck for me. As expected, I was late to work. This month's attendance bonus? Gone. And I decided to settle the score with Shen Qingyu. What's my basis? My pettiness, selfishness, and irrational temper. The more he ignored me, the more I wanted to fight back. I handed him a homemade sandwich, smiling sweetly. Director Shen, don't skip breakfast because you're busy. He paused mid-signature, glancing at the sandwich, then resumed working, his tone flat. I don't eat tomatoes. I perked up. Then I'll pick them out for you. I don't eat lettuce. Got it, I'll remove that too. I don't eat eggs. Fine, I'll take those out. Oh, right. Shen Qingyu looked up slowly, adding, I don't eat sandwiches either. Then eat air while you're at it. They say when you like someone, your eyes give it away. A 1-hour meeting, and I stared at the man at the head of the table for the entire time. My eyes got so dry I had to rub them. A coworker nudged me. You got a grudge against Director Shen or what? I didn't look away. Big time. He docked my pay. Right after I said that, the room went silent. My voice wasn't loud, but it reached the head of the table. Shen Qingyu glanced at me, his eyes neutral, lips pursed as if considering something. I felt a pang of guilt and pretended to focus. Barely out of the meeting, my phone buzzed. Wipe your tears, I won't deduct it. But no next time. And so, I discovered something interesting. Sticking to Shen Qingyu made everything easier. This trick really worked. My senior was right. That afternoon, I waited in the basement parking lot. When the elevator opened, Shen Qingyu looked at me like he'd seen a ghost. He froze for 2 seconds, then frowned, his voice tense. What are you doing here? With no one around, I thickened my skin. Darling, my car broke down. It's hard to get a ride here, and the metro's far. Can I catch a lift? He stood still, unmoved. No. Why not? He stayed silent. I looked up at him with teary, hopeful eyes. This is an exception. Shen Qingyu finally gave in. His black car matched him, cold, reserved, unapproachable. I couldn't help but blurt, You smell nice. He froze mid-buckling his seatbelt, stunned for a few seconds. Can't you be subtler? I meant your car smells nice. The car fell into an awkward silence. We drove on like that for a while. This won't do. I'd lose the upper hand if it stayed quiet. I initiated. Darling, what do you think of what I said last night? Director Shen stayed silent, gripping the wheel, focused on driving. Calm to a fault. So hard to flirt with. Seizing the moment at a red light, I went all in. Darling, I glanced at his face, pausing where it mattered. Your lips look so soft, perfect for kissing. Can I try? I realized I might have gone too far. His expression froze for a few seconds, then a faint redness crept from his neck to his ears. He was so mad his breathing quickened. Jiang Dixia, control yourself. I put on a regretful face. Too bad, I was getting into it. Seems I can't hold back, my love. After all, who can resist the allure of money? Shen Qingyu seemed to get hot, turning on the AC despite the chilly weather. His lips pressed into a line, Stop calling me that. Fine, I'll switch it up. I widened my starry eyes, nodding obediently. Yes, honey? And so, I got kicked out of the car. I watched his black Maybach roll away. Then I got lazy and dropped the act. Kicking off my heels, I plopped onto the curb. Playing the rogue girl was exhausting. As I sighed, my phone rang. An old contact. Mrs. Zhang, my mom. I declined, but she kept calling. A message followed. Xia, I'm just worried you're suffering living alone out there. I softened. This time I answered. Mom? Mrs. Zhang answered cheerfully, bombarding me with questions. Are you eating well? It's cold. Did you add layers? Is your money enough? Don't shortchange yourself. Tell the family if you need anything. I looked at the unfamiliar skyscrapers ahead, feeling no warmth. But on the phone was the familiar voice of home, of blood relatives. I joked dryly, Then send me some money? A second later, her tone shifted. Send what? With your $5,000 monthly salary, you can't manage? Last month, I asked you to help your brother with his house deposit, and you dragged your feet. Where's all your money going? No savings in sight? Oh, and send 3,000 home this month. Don't forget. I didn't bother arguing. It's always the same. Talk a bit and it turns to money. I never told them my real salary. I said it was 5,000 a month. To them, that's rich in a big city. So they demand 3,000 monthly, calling it repaying their upbringing. Miss a day, and my phone blows up, with family groups tagging me nonstop, aunts and uncles checking in. Half a year ago, I couldn't take it and had a huge fight. They coldly gave me 2 options. 1, obey the family, marry by 30, and return home. 2, pay $1 million up front, sign a severance agreement, and cut ties. Since college, I've worked part-time, saving every penny. Now, with 500,000 saved, half the price of freedom. That's why I considered a shortcut, latching on to Shen Qingyu. A bit bitter. The night winds stung my eyes. Not on purpose. My eyes just water easily in the wind. So uncomfortable. As I rubbed them, that Maybach, which should have been long gone, turned back and stopped in front of me. Shen Qingyu rolled down the window, looking at me with a complex gaze. Do you like ice cream? And so, I held a strawberry cone in one hand, a classic flavor in the other. I beamed. Director Shen really pampers his dog, turning back just to buy it ice cream. Yeah. At first, when he asked, I thought he cared, nearly moved to tears. Then he casually added, my dog craves ice cream. Well, no tears now. Shen Qingyu glanced at me. Yeah, so no need to thank me, just thank it. I nodded while eating. Thanks, dog. The ice cream was delicious. Free stuff always tastes better. A sudden red light runner made us brake hard. Half my classic cone flew off. I felt a bit awkward. Not because I felt bad for Shen Qingyu, but I felt bad for his dog. How about we buy another one? I suggested. He pulled out tissues, wiping the mess, saying, no need. Skipping a meal won't kill it. Following the no-waste rule, I ate the remaining half. 10 p.m. My period came earlier than expected. Cramps hit, but I messaged Shen Qingyu, darling, my stomach hurts so bad, it's awful. Rarely he replied instantly, what's wrong? Did you catch a cold? I sent a voice message, sounding weak like a kitten. Too much ice cream. It's that time of the month. Pain's killing me. Then I felt a bit like a white-eyed wolf, eating the dog's ice cream, then whining to its owner. Feeling guilty, I unsent the voice note, then quickly followed with self-scolding. I'm fine. I drank warm water. It's gone now. Darling, rest early. See you tomorrow. As expected, no reply from Shen Qingyu. I set my phone down, rummaging for leftover ibuprofen. Too bad I underestimated the enemy. The pain worsened, all because of my greedy mouth. I regret it, but I'd do it again. Half an hour later, sweating, I found a pill, holding it like treasure, ready to take it. The doorbell rang. Probably the ginger tea with brown sugar I ordered. Living alone, I'm cautious, so I didn't open right away. Then a message popped up. Open the door, it's me. I was shocked, face blank. Shen Qingyu didn't come in, just handed me some items from outside. I bought a few things, you'll probably need them. I stood there, suddenly flustered. I mumbled, thanks, you didn't have to come yourself. He looked away, saying casually, what if you're in too much pain? I could take you to the hospital. I felt a bit touched, but that touchy-feely moment didn't last long. A loud noise from the bathroom. Water shot up like a fountain. Oh no, the pipe burst again! The cramps were forgotten. As I moved to check, a hand grabbed my wrist from behind. Put on more clothes and step outside first. Shen Qingyu asked where the toolkit was, rolled up his sleeves, and headed to the bathroom, even closing the door behind him. I didn't dare stand idle, rushing to clean the living room before it turned into a mini pool. Soon the water stopped. I reported it to the landlord, who was as unhelpful as ever. Like it or leave. They even shut off the main valve. I was furious, muttering under my breath. Shen Qingyu emerged, wiping his wet shirt clinging to him with a towel. That sight! Thank you, burst pipe. It was a fresh towel I just grabbed, but his shirt was soaked, sticking to his frame. As he moved, faint abs showed through. Impossible to look away. My stare was too obvious. Shen Qingyu quickly threw on his jacket, moving decisively like he was escaping. I'll head out first. How could I let him go? I sat on the floor, hugging his leg, eyes teary and pitiful. Darling, you heard the landlord yell at me, right? He tried to pull away, but I clung like an octopus. He frowned, looking down. Jiang Dixia, I'm just your boss. Clear message, you're overstepping. So what? I meant to. I ignored his words, whining, He's so mean, said if I don't move out, he'll block my door tomorrow. To be fair, he did say something like that, but it was about adding his son on WeChat. I claimed I was a lawyer specializing in property disputes, and he backed off. Still, the rent's cheap, so I toughed it out. Sigh. My senior was right again. Playing the damsel works. Shen Qingyu said coldly, "Go pack. I'll wait at the door." I eagerly dragged out 2 huge suitcases. He took one, asking casually, "Where's your cat?" Uh-oh, caught. Shen Qingyu's place was massive. His room was on the left, mine on the right. After a quick tour of the essentials, he said, "Good night." I grabbed his sleeve. "Can I ask, what color vest you'll wear tomorrow?" He looked at me, baffled, like he couldn't comprehend the question. "Zhang Dixia, what's going on in your head all day?" "Why ask?" I blurted. "I'm thinking about you." "And the 50,000 from you." He sighed helplessly, tapping my forehead lightly, exasperated. "Keep some dignity." Outside, he tossed back, "Black." True to a novel hero, always in black, white, or gray. Next morning, 7:30 a.m. I crawled out as Shen Qingyu returned from the gym. "Good morning, darling," I chirped. His gaze lingered on my black dress. A quick glance, then he looked away. "Yeah?" Short reply. "Heh, I wore black to match him, playing the couple outfit game." At lunch, my coworker and I hid on the rooftop to slack off. She couldn't hold it. "You and Director Shen got something going on?" I wish. Sadly, he avoids me like the plague. This morning, he switched to a white shirt and coldly said, "I'm giving you 3 days to find a new place." Hates me that much, yet hasn't fired me. Why? I puzzled over it. Finally, I asked my friend, "How do I make a man tire of me and cut ties?" She thought, then said, "Complain about being poor. Overact, cry like a drama queen. Cold violence or hot violence." I reflected, I've tried all those with Shen Qingyu. Maybe not intense enough. Fine, let's go big. "Honey, I saw this super cute dress. Insanely pretty, but so expensive." I wish I were like you, spending money like it's nothing. Of course, if you bought it for me, I'd be thrilled. I'd wear it for you every day. I even sent a photo of the price. Over 100,000. Big enough? Surely I'd be labeled materialistic now. Shen Qingyu replied curtly, "Call me boss during work hours." He only cared about the title? Ignored the dress completely. Annoying. I pushed further. "Where's the money? I want that dress." "Honey? Darling? Big bro? Wah wah wah. My birthday's coming. Aren't you getting me a gift?" I wanted to smack my head. We're not even close. Demanding a 100,000 dress? I raged, changing my WeChat name to Eat Sleep Cling to Shen Qingyu. My profile pic? A perfect side profile of Shen Qingyu working, head slightly bowed, impeccable aura, face unmatched. No wonder on his first day, coworkers whispered, "Is the new boss single?" I secretly liked him too. But soon, I overheard him on a call, voice icy, "I have no plans to date, at least not for 10 years. The female colleagues are all excellent, so no feelings can develop." Fair enough. He'd shut down flirts fast, no strings attached. That afternoon, I left early to pick up my repaired car. Took some side gigs. Driver Dixia, officially on duty. A mishap delayed me until 10 p.m. As I typed a safety message, I got one from him, who usually kept his distance. "It's late. Where are you?" I looked around, typing, "Police station." 10 minutes later, Shen Qingyu arrived, handsome-faced stern, like he was in a boardroom, triggering flashbacks of him scolding others. The officer asked our relationship. "I'm her boss," he said calmly. The officer frowned. "This needs a family member and a representative to compensate the victim." Shen Qingyu glanced at me. His neutral gaze made me avoid his eyes. My hair was a mess, one shoe missing. Worst of all, my face hit glass, still swollen. I rubbed my cheek, cursing inwardly, "Damn, it hurts." An hour ago, I picked up a drunk guy. He vomited in my car. I asked for 200 yuan cleaning fee. Result? He spat in my face, refusing to pay. A woman driving? Whose car is this? Yours or some guy's? "You're not bad looking. Be my mistress, I'll pay you 3,000 a month." I'd never felt so disgusted. 3,000 for my dignity? Who does he think I am? I couldn't hold back. Spotting a brick, I grabbed it, yelling, "Save that 3,000 for a brain check." Then, he sobered up instantly and called the police. Since I struck first, he clutched his bleeding head, demanding 100,000 or he'd sue for assault. I stomped pebbles, slipping and nearly falling. Shen Qingyu steadied me, saying, "Get in the car." But we didn't head home. I buckled up, asking, "Where to?" His face was stern but softer. "Hospital." Then I noticed I had several wounds. Uncomfortable. Worse, my car got smashed in the brawl, needing repairs again. At the hospital, a deep cut needed stitches. As the doctor prepped the anesthetic, I was too scared to look. Stay still. Let your boyfriend hold your hand. It'll hurt, the doctor said. Shen Qingyu paused. Then he hugged me from behind, covering my eyes. Don't be scared. I felt oddly calm. He was better than anesthetic. I got a week off to recover. But not idle, house hunting. To thank him, I offered to cook, messaging, "Leave early, I'm making dinner." Normal staff leave at 5 p.m. He got home at 8 p.m. Typical workaholic. You made all this? He changed into a white hoodie, looking like a wholesome neighbor from a comic. I restrained myself from staring. I opened the first dish, salted live crab. Taste unknown, but the color made me want to flip the table. Still, I urged, try it. He picked up a piece, and the dead crab clamped his chopsticks. We both froze. I opened the second dish. Tomato egg stir fry, or rather, tomato egg soup. He hesitated. I coaxed, taste it. He raised an eyebrow. Know why I didn't eat your sandwich last time? Huh? Why? Face unchanged, he said. There was a live worm in it. He set down his chopsticks, adding, the 315 Consumer Protection Center hasn't investigated you. Quite an oversight. I gaped. His words were savage. But I couldn't argue. We ended up eating out. On the way back, he took a call from a woman. Her voice sounded familiar. Come pick up your son. I'm heading abroad soon. I tensed. What? Shen Qingyu has a kid? He didn't explain, just turned toward the pickup. I hesitated. Director Shen, are you married? At a red light, his eyes left the road, meeting mine. A faint smile. No darling anymore. He didn't deny it. He really didn't deny it. My face froze. I was petrified. My mind exploded. What have I done? I flirted with a married man for a week. I'm the other woman? As he teased, I sat beside him, my mind a tornado. No wonder he doesn't date, shuts down every girl, even paid off my senior. Because he's married. I'm doomed. I'll confess or die to atone. Spot picked outside the company. Live as the company's person, die as its gatekeeper ghost. A beast in life, a livestock in death. Why aren't you getting out? He leaned against the car, puzzled. I covered my face. Sis-in-law seeing me would be bad. I'll go. Like a fleeing criminal, I hunched, tiptoeing toward the bushes. But he dragged me back. Shen Qingyu pulled me into his house. I struggled. Director Shen! I was wrong. I didn't know you were married. I'll explain to sis-in-law. I have a mental disorder, multiple personalities. The one flirting with you took a break. I'm innocent. In seconds, I rambled, losing my mind. Just short of screaming, don't take me. I'm good. He tapped my forehead. Jiang Dixia, calm down. I'm not married. No kids. Instantly, I perked up. Yes, honey. He walked ahead, a faint smile making me freeze. Keep some dignity, I pouted. I saw you liked it, no scolding. No biggie, I'll keep calling you husband. Stuck with me now. Unless you give me 50,000 to free you. The Shen house was lavish. I tiptoed, scared to dirty the marble. In the foyer, noise erupted. Just one person and a dog. Shen Qingyu, pick up your son! I haven't slept in 3 days! A huge golden leaped into his arms, wagging its tail. I stood stunned. Senior? Why here? She saw me, shocked. Xia xia? Then Shen Qingyu turned, asking, you know my sister? That question fried my brain. She's his sister? I flirted with her brother? Called him honey? I'm done. Jiang Dixia, done. I offered to drive, letting Shen Qingyu and his dog sit back. He patted the dog, raising an eyebrow. So obedient today? Nothing much. Just got bombed by his sister, my senior. Turns out she hid her rich heiress status to work here. Wanted to travel but faced family opposition, so she used her brother's money, fearing her card use would be tracked. Someone misheard, sparking a rumor. A female employee seduced her boss. And the dumbest one, me, believed it. My survival instinct kicked in. I sat straight, saying, how could I let the boss drive? He looked at me suspiciously. Calm down. Sorry, can't. That night, I reviewed all my messages to Shen Qingyu. They got worse. Like, hot day today. Oh, hot reminds me. Is that part of you big? Dig a hole and bury yourself. Deep. Be normal? Me, I've called you darling so long. You owe me something. It's work hours. Me, this world needs re-educating. You too. I'm done with life. Next morning, I stayed up, sprang up, and packed to flee. But his dog blocked the door, refusing to move. I coaxed and pulled, no budge, even turned its butt to me. Finally, I knelt, teary-eyed. Please, dog, let me go. Right then, Shen Qingyu returned, catching it all. His gaze indescribable. I suddenly think your multiple personality excuse might be true. He was heading on a business trip. He announced, "Take you with me." I gaped. Why me? I'm just a small employee who asked, "Are you big during work hours? Why a trip? I haven't found a hideout." He muzzled the dog, saying coldly, "It needs care." A work trip with a dog, first in human history. I shook my head. I can't, Director Shen. He handed me the leash, with a reward. Okay, Director Shen. I'm still me, the diligent ox or horse, just now I scoop dog poop and walk it. Cooking for the dog? Shen Qingyu does it. He fears my cooking like a plague. I decided, post-trip, I'll quit. Facing him feels like a thief's guilt. One slip and my embarrassing achievements might spill. Then, I'd vanish. But unexpectedly, the one embarrassed wasn't me. It was Shen Qingyu. He walked the dog, forgetting his phone at the hotel. He borrowed a stranger's phone to call me, asking me to bring it. Reason? His greedy golden ate someone's sausage, now awaiting compensation. I rushed to his room. Novel heroes are often neat freaks, Shen Qingyu too. His room was spotless, even the trash empty. I found his phone on the nightstand. It unlocked automatically. I knew he never used a passcode, but last night he was sleepless. At 3 a.m. he searched for answers. Recent searches. Beautiful subordinate likes me. Should I agree? She calls me darling. Does that mean she likes me? She said my lips look kissable. Wants to try. Should I? My words to him days ago. I froze. The cold, noble Shen Qingyu searched this at 3 a.m. He muzzled the dog, saying coldly, "It needs care." A work trip with a dog. First in human history. I shook my head. I can't, Director Shen. He handed me the leash, with a reward. Okay, Director Shen. I'm still me, the diligent ox or horse. Just, now I scoop dog poop and walk it. Cooking for the dog? Shen Qingyu does it? He fears cooking like a plague. I decided, post-trip, I'll quit. Facing him feels like a thief's guilt. One slip and my embarrassing achievements might spill. Then, I'd vanish. But unexpectedly, the one embarrassed wasn't me. It was Shen Qingyu. He walked the dog, forgetting his phone at the hotel. He borrowed a stranger's phone to call me, asking me to bring it. Reason? His greedy golden ate someone's sausage, now awaiting compensation. I rushed to his room. Novel heroes are often neat freaks, Shen Qingyu too. His room was spotless, even the trash empty. I found his phone on the nightstand. It unlocked automatically. I knew he never used a passcode, but last night he was sleepless. At 3 a.m., he searched for answers. Recent searches, beautiful subordinate likes me. Should I agree? She calls me darling. Does that mean she likes me? She said my lips look kissable, wants to try. Should I? My words to him days ago. I froze. The cold, noble Shen Qingyu searched this at 3 a.m.? My heart raced. Subordinate calls me husband instead of boss. Why? She wants to sleep with me? Is it a joke? If I agree, is it too much? Are Aquarius women and Gemini men compatible? Searches dated back. I swear I didn't mean to peek, just glanced. Then I saw. Zhang Dixia seems to not like me anymore. Why? He likes me? He sent a location asking me to meet. En route, my mind buzzed with ants. Pretend I didn't see or confront it? At the spot, a hotel staff smiled. Mr. Pei Shen said to close your eyes when entering. No energy to question his game. I obeyed mechanically. A hand guided me. Blind, I leaned into it, preparing for rejection or, I see you as a subordinate. But my heart hoped. Because of his search. Zhang Xia seems to not like me anymore. Why? Be scared, Shen Qingyu's voice. Zhang Dixia, you can open your eyes. Bright lights. A hand shielded my eyes from the glare. As I opened them, he lowered his hand. Happy birthday. Staff pulled confetti strings, flowers rained, and they cheered, Happy birthday! I stood stunned. Then Shen Qingyu approached, holding a cake with lit candles. Made a wish yet? Before me, a party he'd planned for me. The phone delivery was just an excuse. I panicked. No words. First time someone surprised me. First birthday with someone. Jiang, he looked down, voice deep but sincere. It's your birthday. A birthday wish can't be refused. My chest exploded. Eyes stung. Heart raced. I swallowed, hesitating. Really? Really? Then, can I wish for a raise? Shen Qingyu's smile faded. His stone-carved face turned serious. Yes. Fearing he'd backtrack, I pressed. Director Shen, you promised. Birthday wishes can't be denied. At least 1,000. Any amount works. But his gaze turned icy, sharp as a blade. Then wish for one more thing. I looked up cautiously. Another wish? He tilted away, voice softer. Here, you can. I stepped closer, tugging his sleeve, feigning seriousness with a mischievous edge. I want a boyfriend. Director Shen, can you introduce one? Requirements: handsome like you, built like you, ideally a Shen. His lips finally broke into a grin. I confessed to snooping his phone. He flushed. First time I saw him embarrassed. That wasn't me. Not him. I glanced at the panting Golden. The dog? But before I recovered, I nearly fainted. He'd bought that 1,000 dress for me. I refused. He said gently, that dress matches its value. And so do you. An hour into dating, he posted me on his profile. Per my request, he blocked all coworkers. I wasn't ready for Mondays. When did you start dating? Who made the first move? Was that hand in his post yours? So I stayed quiet. This secret thrill was exciting, like a legal affair between singles, dramatic, sneaky, sweet. I loved it. I only told my closest coworker, the one who slacks with me. She exploded, called instantly, no warning. No wonder at the bar you touched that male model and said no spark, whining not like the last one. You're eating gourmet now. Spill, is Director Shen's waist better than that model's? Her voice was so loud my phone vibrated. Shen Qingyu sat across, sipping coffee, smirking. A few nights ago, he worked late to 2 a.m. I got home at 1 a.m. No gaps. He crossed his arms, handsome and suave. Darling, I'm curious. Whose waist is better, his or mine? That darling scared me. Chills I'd never felt. First time it hit me. First day back post-trip. My coworker saw me, ditched breakfast, rushed over, eyeing me top to bottom. Waist okay? Legs not wobbly? Mouth still works? True bestie. Savage, spot on. I shoved her away, shrinking into my collar. We did nothing. Her laser eyes zeroed on my neckline. Why the turtleneck to your chin? I lied. Cold. Fine, I lied. It started last night. A partner gifted Shen Qingyu rare wine. He asked if I'd join. I'm greedy and curious. Didn't admit my tolerance is trash. One glass and I'm out. Thought a sip was fine. Result? One small glass with him and I was drunk. Then I did wild things with Shen Qingyu. Precisely. Drunk, Jiang Dixia unleashed all-purpose rogue girl mode, kissing my boss on the spot. I checked his waist again and stop. I want to evaporate. I don't want to recall. But that night, I went all out, tied his hands behind, poured wine on myself, made him halfway. He begged me to stop. Later, I cried and screamed, no more. Summary, changed sheets multiple times. No memory, just tears. Midday, I napped, got a text. Come to the parking lot. I sneaked out like a mission. Downstairs, his car was hidden by a pillar. The driver's seat was reclined, a blanket spread. He looked at me. Lie down. I panicked, clutching my collar. What are you doing, rogue? He laughed, helpless. What are you saying? I just want to check your wound. I shielded my skirt. He's Director Shen. I'm patient and culprit. No way. I resisted for a minute. He knew my weakness. Made me obey without yelling. Door closed, light dimmed, air turned oddly intimate. I rested on his lap, face red, hands on cheeks, avoiding his gaze. So embarrassing. A soft light glowed. He dabbed medicine on my thigh with a cotton swab. The cool touch made me flinch, shifting slightly. Bear with it a bit, he said softly. If he hadn't spoken, that bear with it was too suggestive. My mind flashed to that wild night. To avoid staining my skirt, I walked stiffly, like I'd been exhausted. My friend spotted me, eyes gleaming with excitement. She knew me too well. One step and she'd guess if I'm peeing or more. Before I spoke, she gaped. I waved, walking. Not what you think. It was, but I can't admit it. She covered her ears, yelling, not listening. Whatever, I'll assume it's shady. Morning meeting, everyone saw. Director Shen had multiple hickeys, not just one, and claimed they were mosquito bites. Whose mosquito bites only the neck and lips? I played dead. Me biting his lip was an accident. No kissing experience. Got carried away. But who doesn't start as a newbie? Shen Qingyu calmly said, then practice daily. Year 3 together. I held 1 million, a lawyer from Shen Qingyu, and returned home. He'd long said, if you need it, use my card. Unlimited, no approval needed. But I refused. That million, saved since freshman year, penny by penny, was my backbone. Not just money, but my stand to walk tall. Breaking from that past, I did it myself. Not that I didn't need him, but I wanted to deserve him. To stand beside him with pride and strength. Mrs. Zhang nearly built an altar seeing the million, but hearing my purpose, they gaped. My dad raised a hand to hit, but the lawyer stepped in, stating terms. 1 million bought me freedom from their on-off love, a fair deal. A closure for the girl who yearly stared at birthday cakes, not for her, wishing, grow up. earn lots of money, leave this place. They took it, signed to never bother me again. Violation means tenfold payback. No legal binding. But fine. The lawyer, handled by Shen Qingyu, was a pro, scaring them silent forever. Year 3, I wasn't the girl hiding behind him. I stood firm, proudly taking his hand. Early autumn, we prepared to marry. Registered first, then an engagement. His family I met a year prior. Not overly warm, but manageable, especially with senior, that sis-in-law mix-up, only we knew. His parents respected his choice, traveling post-wedding. Year 4. Shen Qingyu finally gave a proper confession. On my favorite island, he approached with flowers, shy as our first time. Jiangdixia, can you like me forever? I nodded hard. Epilogue. It began. On a subway. My cheap 10,000 car broke down. No choice, I squeezed onto a crowded metro, leaning on a pole, exhausted, feeling the world against me. Then, I met him. No dramatic light, just a chance glance, a skipped beat, enough to start a story. A handsome guy beside me played Honor of Kings. Nice hands, terrible skills, I worried for him. Low health, chase, you can get him. He looked at me, then chased, and died. Oops, my bad, that low health guy was him, his resentful hurt look. I stepped back, pretending to look elsewhere. Stealth mode, engage, switching lines, my period hit early. Work check-in loomed. Furious, I sneaked into the men's restroom. Women's line was too long. Changed, then clack, my phone fell in. End me, world. Please let me die quietly. Luck struck. Yesterday's lunchbox left disposable chopsticks. So, I squatted, fishing my phone out. Then, door shadowed. I looked up. Him, the subway guy. His expression, unreadable. Still holding chopsticks, I tried to explain, but he stepped back, disappointed. Eat fast, someone's coming. Tone confused yet supportive, like, I don't get it, but I back your right to do it. So considerate. But I couldn't feel moved. Thought one humiliation was enough. At the company gate, I bumped into him again. Now in a suit, cold and mature. No student vibe, just handsome guy. Enough to make me dig a hole. 3 meetings in a day? Fate? My crush on hot guys isn't new. I followed him into the elevator, staring, missing it was private. Anything you need? He raised an eyebrow, voice light but firm. My heart fell. No beating around, I said, I want your WeChat. I'm a gaming pro, can carry you to rank. Free later? Skip work with me? He paused, eyeing my ID badge. Then, sure. I scanned his code with my new phone, not the toilet-soaked one. Eagerly checking his profile, I asked, what's your name? Shen Qingyu, he said casually. My life entered S-rank boss mode from a toilet fall to a love pit. No escape. That name rang a bell. A bad premonition rose. Ting! Elevator opened. Staff lined up, greeting, welcome, Director Shen. Rumors had spread, new director Shen Qingyu, young, insanely handsome. I'd scoffed. So what? Doubt I'll meet him. Now, in his elevator, I'd asked for his WeChat, called him a gaming noob, invited him to Slack. My face burned red enough to fry an egg. God. I flirted with the director, told him he sucked at games, asked him to ditch work. I want to jump out now.